Hi, and welcome to Popversations. I'm Eve, and this is my sister, Lilia.
Yo, what's pop?
Hi, and welcome to Popversations. I'm Eve, and this is my sister, Lilia.
Hello.
And I have had Lily watch a few of my favorite movies, and some of them came out, while I was growing up and stuff, and she hadn't seen them before, so we're just gonna see what Lilia thinks of some of these movies. So the first one we'll talk about is Watchmen.
Yeah.
And so that's the superhero movie based on the comic written by Alan Moore, who I'm like I love Alan Moore. I'm like a nerd for everything he's ever written. He wrote Swamp Thing, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, V for Vendetta, just all kinds of stuff, and they made lots of movies out of them. Mm-hmm. And weirdly, he doesn't want anything to do with the movies. And but I think this adaptation of it was actually really, really good. I think the only thing that they changed was the end, like I told you before. So Lilia, what were your first impressions of Watchmen? Like, what were you thinking? What comes to mind when you watch that movie?
I don't know. At first, when I saw like the beginning of it, it was like some old dude that just looked completely like a badass.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
comedian's pretty badass. That's true.
But then, like throughout the movie, he just looked like a super mean guy. Like, I don't know. He was just kind of a dick.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Wait, I shouldn't be cussing. Oh well, just bleep it out.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what it is. It's and the whole thing that they kind of like go into the whole time is that even though you could be perceived as like objectively and like morally as a bad person, that everybody has good and bad parts of them.
Yeah.
Because like,
But I still thought it was interesting. I just thought it was weird how there was a blue guy with
Yeah, he's naked. He's naked the whole time.
Yeah.
But that's how it is in the comics.
I just made fun of it the whole time throughout the movie. I was talking about it during the movie with Evie, and she's like, "Yeah."
A lot of people did make fun of it for that. They did.
Because it was just weird. Come on, guys. It was weird. It was just the weirdest thing. Like,
I'm not gonna say it's not weird.
You can't just act like that's such normal. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm not gonna say it's not weird. But like, what else? What did you like about it? Like, what were other things that you liked about it?
The ending was interesting because then you find out that the daughter was his dad.
Yeah, it kind of like gives this whole different.
I did not expect that. For some reason, it would be predictable, but I didn't expect that.
No, and it's just a really cool part of the movie because then, like, Dr. Manhattan's like, oh my gosh, like he's like, I'm trying to like think of a reason why humanity should live, and he's like, the simplest reason is like he cares about her.
Yeah.
He could have just done it for her the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it's not really about the whole miracle thing. I think it's just about how much he cares about her and her life.
Also, the mom thought she was kind of stupid because she literally got sexually assaulted by him and then decided to, continue.
Yeah.
That was stupid. And that's also the weird part too.
And I think that's the whole
thing. That went
thing.
by the comics, right?
Yeah. But I think another part of that is just showing again that no matter who you are, like she's supposed to be like the hero, she's supposed to make all the right decisions and she makes a big mistake. Mm-hmm. And then, she says in the end that the reason that she didn't hate him was because he gave her daughter. So something ended up good happening out of it. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of like what Dr. Manhattan said.
But wouldn't you be mad at your old mom for not telling you? Like,
well,
you know what I mean?
Well, in the end of the movie, remember, she says, I understand because she's got this big secret that she can't tell anybody.
Oh, that's right.
And then she says that's why she could understand, and then she wasn't upset anymore. But so you didn't like the blue nakedness. What else did you
it was like interesting. Like I expected, like at the beginning of the movie, I expected way less from it, to be honest. But then as it progressed, I thought
it was dark.
Actually, I still thought it was good though. But I'd give it 6.5.
6.5.
But me and her have like different.
Well, yeah, because it's I'm just into that whole world and like the
sci-fi
and the darker stuff is just really interesting to me. So and then it's one of my favorite comic thing, so whatever they make of it is just I'm gonna like it anyway.
Yeah.
So we also watched Constantine, Keanu.
Yeah. I do love Keanu.
And that's it's another one based on a comic, so it's based on the Hellblazer comics by Jamie Delano. And and obviously Keanu, like, he did a really good job. Like, always.
Yeah,
Come on. Except for in Dracula. But I'll show you a clip of that later. But I think that his whole character is just so cool, and it's kind of a cool movie. But I know you said that you liked the very beginning because it's kind of exciting.
An intention draw, because I don't know.
He's trying to get the demon out, so he's like...
I was still confused what was going on, though, because, like, I didn't know it was about, like, demons and angels.
Well, a lot of people did.
The angel also confused me. Because, like...
Gabriel?
Yes, because I didn't know, no offense, but I didn't know if it was a man or a woman. Like, I didn't...
That's kind of the whole point, though. That's Tilda Swinton plays him, and she's always pretty androgynous, like, as a character. She's never very feminine.
Like, no offense.
She can be.
I just couldn't tell. Like, I asked Evie about that during the movie, and she just was like, yeah, it's...
I think it was kind of, like, weirdly the whole point. I don't know, but I know that, like, if you watch Supernatural, for example, like, the angel has, like, its own... Like, it's like a soul or something. It goes into people, and they don't really care if it's male or female, so they'll have, like, what's a male angel and, like, a female body, and it doesn't really matter to them. And then the part of that, I think, is also that disconnect to where they don't look at themselves as human. And that was kind of the whole point, too.
The funny part was when Keanu was... I forgot the character name, but he was going into heaven, and then he just flipped Satan off. That was funny.
That's pretty great, yeah.
It's like, you're going into heaven, but you're flipping someone off as you're going into heaven. But I mean, you are flipping off Satan, so.
Is it good or bad? I don't know. No. But, like, what did you like about... So you like the beginning and the
ending,
and the character, because it's funny. But what do you give Constantine out of 10?
I'd actually give it a 7 out of 10, because I was more interested in it. I said that wrong.
And then,
I don't know how to say words sometimes.
And so we also watched Pleasantville, which stars Tobey Maguire and a lot of really, really good actors like William H. Macy and Reese Witherspoon. Paul Walker is in it, and stuff like that. And it's just about that 50s kind of town.
Well, I've seen, like, snippets of it before, because I've seen her watch it before, and I'm like, is this the movie where they're like, go back in the 50s? But, like, I never knew how they got back in the 50s, so I just was interested to see that. And then I never saw the ending either, so I just kind of saw, like, you know, the middle part of it.
Yeah, it's just such a cool movie, and if you could really get into a lot of things about what it's representing, and I think the main thing is just how we can react to things, that are different. And it's sometimes positive and sometimes
negative. And it brought
negative.
A good message. It brought so many good messages in it too. Like with the wife, you know, like when she was like, didn't make him dinner. Like, you don't, like, she doesn't always have to make dinner for you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you upset the whole routine, and it doesn't. You know, for him, it's just such a bad thing.
That's how it was in the 50s, but, like, it's trying to show, you know, the modern world or whatever. I don't know. That's how I saw it.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Because obviously, everything was in color back then, but somehow everything being in color in that movie, it makes it seem more modern.
At first, I thought it was just black and white for us, but they didn't see the color either. But then you told me, I was like,
I didn't know what fire was.
Yeah.
So what did you like about it? So you liked that part, and then...
Yeah, I liked that part, and I liked the ending. I thought it was funny when the mayor was
turns color
when he got super pissed. Yeah, that was funny too.
Yeah.
And the part where, like, the husband and the wife, but didn't she, like, have an affair? So, like,
I think it's almost... The end I always interpreted as kind of insinuating that they almost have, they're all not that they're all in a relationship, but that she has a relationship with both of them separately, which would be just so weird for Polly. You know. But yeah, like something like that. I think that's kind of what it's like getting into, is that she's like, there are certain parts of both of them that make her happy, because, you know, even when she left her husband, like, you know, she was still so nice to him. Like, they obviously care about each other.
Yeah. I agree with that. But
was there anything you didn't like about it, or?
Well, when there was like the color people at first, no one really reacted to it as much, and then it just got worse. So then that's when they started reacting to it, which I guess makes sense though. But.
Yeah, and I think they couldn't explain it, and so they were just kind of ignoring it.
Yeah, that's why I did. Like, wouldn't you be like, whoa?
But
why?
then it started to get to be so much that they couldn't ignore it anymore. You know, they're saying, "Oh, somebody should do something about this," and the mayor's like, "Well, I should."
It's not like you're gonna do anything. Like, they're already color. Like, how are you gonna put them back in the black and white?
Separate them. That's the only thing they knew how to do.
But that doesn't do any good. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So what do you give Pleasantville out of 10?
I give it an 8.5 because I was just a little confused on some parts of it, but that's all.
But yeah, so those are Lily's ratings. Obviously, I rate those movies more.
So what was it? 6.5.
Yeah.
7 and 8.5. So the last movie we talked about was my favorite out of all.
I was surprised you liked Pleasantville the best. That's interesting to me.
I don't know. I liked it.
I had a feeling that you would, and I really like picking out
I'm just surprised that she's surprised that.
Well, I had a feeling that you would, but I wouldn't have been surprised if you didn't. And I really like.
Why? I want to know why.
Because it's kind of got a lot of themes, and it's kind of more like a symbolistic kind of movie instead of just it. You know, it's got more like messages and stuff. And I didn't know if you'd be into that part of it, but I just thought that you'd like the story and stuff. But I just like showing people movies they haven't seen before. It's like one of my favorite things, and like showing people stuff that I think that they'll like is really fun for me. Again, just let us know what you think in the comments and stuff. What ratings do you give those movies? Have you seen them before? And you know, just let us know.
This is just my honest opinion. Like, this is not just
We're cool
everyone
with
else.
it.